We'd better buckle up for this one. One team already ranked in the top 25, the other sitting just on the cusp and trying to prove a point in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Kansas State Wildcats, Bill Snyder Family Stadium. As we'll see, the winners of 4 straight, the TCU Horned Frogs, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Kansas State Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollock from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And the Horned Frogs can really attack on this 2nd and short. The give to the fullback. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The Power Cats have powered up the noise to try to help this defense on 3rd down. Caught near the sticks. It's McAllister. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Soft spot in the middle. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
Tried to fight his way forward, but he didn't even make it back to the line of scrimmage. The Horned Frogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Now facing a 3rd and long. To the air, it's Hoover. Under fire. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
I think a big part of the formula to this team's success is their ability to get after the quarterback. In game 1, they had 6 sacks and obviously won that football game. They know coming into this one today, they have got to be able to get after the quarterback, and they're off to a great start.
And the Horned Frogs will call on their punt team. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He'll take it on the return. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. Wide open downfield. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Wrestled down at the 26. It's a gain of 4. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Wants to go up top. Grabbed in the middle. It's Brown. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
They've really got this offense humming. Just a 4th play of the drive, and it's 1st and goal. Johnson looking to throw. Back's got it. Touchdown, Kansas State. The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone.
Man, find your weapons. Nice job by the quarterback. Find the running back out of the backfield. He catches it and does the rest. Walks into the end zone for the touchdown. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, it is now a final in the Big Ten and a game I think a lot of folks will want to see. Penn State delivered the knockout blow, and I think the defense might have been the story here. LeVar Arrington, Shane Conlon, Jack Ham. There's another stud there at linebacker U. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the Big Ten standings as this one does, gentlemen.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Sticks it in his belly. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking deep down the right side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Horned Frogs will punt it away on 4th down. That last howitzer was nice. How about another one just like it? And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. And the Wildcats, now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Johnson wants to throw it. Back open in the middle. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He wants to go deep. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Looking for more room. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
TCU will send its offense back onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Here's the pressure. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And don't get it twisted. A big part of this team's formula for success defensively is getting after the quarterback. In their last game, they had 6 sacks, won the game. They know they've got to be able to get after the QB in this one. Put some pressure on them, and they're already off to a great start.
And the Horned Frogs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Keeps it on the bootleg. Finds his man. It's McAllister. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Both teams made no secret they wanted to target their big play receivers, and they've done just that in the first. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. To the air, it's Hoover. Under fire. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
But for this defense, finally, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure to help them win games, and they're getting it in this game now. 3 sacks on the day. They're just simply winning and doing a better job executing up front at the point of attack.
The Horned Frogs will line up to punt it away. 3-and-out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Brings up second down.
Second down, they'll go to the air. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. Now facing a third and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Caught over the middle. It's Bradley. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away. Wants to bring it back. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Makes the grab. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. And now on second down for this offense. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Leaves it with the back. And I think they'll get on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Tried to pound it on first down. Now back to the line. Scanning the field. It's Hoover. He unleashes a long one. He's got it inside the 25. Touchdown, TCU! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Well, as a defense, you know you're going to see the go route, especially against this guy. He does it to defenses, so it seems, every single week, and so they're not able to get back deep enough. They get run by, he makes the catch, and then runs it. They're going to have to change up their coverage and get some safety help up over the top because this guy's speed is a problem.
And the extra point was good. And after the extra point was good, it's even Steven here in the second quarter. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. Finds his target down the middle. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. What will they dial up on 2nd and 8? Long way to go. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. He'll push his way out to the 38, pick up a 3. The Wildcats are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Calls his own number. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. Punt is in the air. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Let's see what this offense has dialed up this time. The give to the fullback. Out of bounds at the 49-yard line, but not before getting it into opponent territory. Just nosing into enemy territory at the 49. It's 1st and 10. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Give to the big fullback. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. All right, guys, let's think a little bit about big picture TCU. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams going into this one. David, this might be a rematch in the conference championship game. We might get to see this matchup again.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have two teams playing so well at the top of their conference. You know this game matters. There's no sleepwalking into this game. You see the numbers at the top of the conference. It's you and it's them. Who's going to come out today?
Looking down the middle. He's got the tight end. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Here's the handoff. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. It's Hoover. Working that left side now. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Just listen to the little apple. You can hear it all the way to the big apple as they try to get the defense off the field. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Gets it out quickly. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Looks as if he's going to run it. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Sure, they could take the lead with a short field goal here, but this close to the end zone, touchdown, Horned Frogs! Great job by the back on the option.
And that touchdown run is just going to galvanize this entire football team. Really nice job being physical, and that sends a message. We're not just taking the lead. There's a lot of football left, and we are going to keep trying to run this ball down your throat.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the PAT gives him a 14-7 lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Big Ten action today. A couple of teams who have had this game circled on the calendar for some time. Minnesota delivered a statement victory that's going to be celebrated in Minneapolis for some time. And if this team's not careful, it could become a football school again like it was back in the 1930s and 40s. No cupcakes this week, fellas. This Big Ten battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it's a game they'll savor for some time.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Forced out of the pocket. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Johnson looking to throw. It's complete to the right. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. The hurry up now. 2nd down. Clock ticking. Looking to fire. Pulls it in. It's Edwards. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup. The Wildcats will line it up on 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Right on the money. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. And the Wildcats come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Rides the back on the option, the give. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. From the 36, a 3rd down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2. He's sacked. He'll lose a couple on that one as he tried to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And really good job getting to the quarterback. That's priority number 1, trying to get pressure on him. Get him to the ground is a bonus. They had 6 sacks in their last game. They got to keep building on that number if they want to keep stacking wins.
Kansas State will have to punt it away.
On to punt it away.
And there will be no return on this one, and he can't get it out of bounds. The ball will come out to the 20. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Men, it should come as no surprise that we have ourselves a fun matchup in Manhattan. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half. With that said, let's send it back to the guys in the Little Apple.
And the Horned Frogs will kick it away to start the second half. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to...
Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. Bringing it back. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And talk about being an impact player for his defense. That's now his second interception in this game. Time and time again, when they've thrown his direction, he's come up with a big play. And in a tight game like this, those two interceptions, that is massive for this defense.
So, guys, we'll get another look at this offense. Off-play action on first down. Fires to the big fella. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. Big fullback's got it. They shut him down immediately. They tried to pop the fullback loose and no running room there. The Power Cats have powered up the noise to try to help this defense on third down. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. The Horned Frogs will send out the punt unit. Special teams coming through as they pin them back. They'll mark it dead at the 10. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, we should have ran a better route.
From their own 23, it'll be 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back has it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Johnson wants to throw it. Here comes the heat. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Well, we've seen this offense struggle early in this game, protecting the quarterback. They went in at halftime, thought they had made the right adjustments, but it's not looking like it right now. They're still having issues keeping this guy standing up straight. Up front, they're just getting beat across the board.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. All kinds of time in the pocket, down the middle it goes. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. TCU has it back in the Horned Frogs go on offense. Wants to throw on first down. Finds his big tight end. Makes the stop at the 35-yard line. They rip off 15 yards on that one, and they are rolling. Wants to go up top on first down. Finds a man in the middle. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Give to the fullback. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3. And the Horned Frogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to throw. It's Hoover. He's got it and still on his feet. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can pick up the first without scoring. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Horned Frogs will try to punch it in on first and goal. Fires to the tight end. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. Trying to punch it in. Touchdown, TCU! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes continue to feed this man the ball.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. They marched the ball 51 yards for the score. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
He'll try the left side. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. On the move, it's Edwards. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw in that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB on that play?
Running back searching for a hole. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. And the Wildcats with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Power football with the run. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The defense trying to get a stop on 3rd down from the 44. To the ground to try to move the chains. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. Got it in the middle, it's Bradley. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The Wildcats come to the line with a new set of downs. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Oh, he's got some space. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. 1st and goal, and this feels like their chance to make a game of it. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Wildcats!
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
Getting set for the point after. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. They march 79 yards on the drive. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Looking downfield, it's Hoover. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Throws to the wideout. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Bringing the heat. He'll pull it down. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. And the Horned Frogs send out the punt unit. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes are all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. Off the play fake on 1st down. Finds his tight end. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
And it was the defense that got this started, right? They were the ones who got the stop, forced a punt, gave it back to the offense, who now just picked up a nice completion. You win as a team, but give the defense credit for getting this thing going.
It's 1st down from the 37-yard line. Johnson looking to throw. Quickly complete.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead. It's late. And they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines.
There he goes. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Most important part of a clutch drive, piece together some 1st downs, get in position, and here they are on 1st and 10. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Brown. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Touchdown, Kansas State! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. The extra point here would tie the game. And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the 4th. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, we've got a final to let you know about, a game happening inside CUSA today. UTEP was able to cap off a close one in Sun Bowl with a narrow victory. And that's the mark of a solid program. Pile up wins, build on games like these, and remain focused on the big picture. Guy.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Touchdown, Wildcats. How about this defense taking one back to the house? Oh, man, the defense just turned this game upside down with that score.
Dude, just take matters into your own hands. Like, I'll take care of this. I'm not even going to take this. I'm going to score points. I'm going to try to go ahead and ice this game away. Defense is still going to have to come back on the field. But unbelievable job just taking matters into its own hands.
The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. The scoop and score, what a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. On the move from inside his 5. Makes a move. He's on the loose. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
And how fast did this momentum just completely flip? Your defense gives up points. You're down by a touchdown, and your kickoff return unit in the fourth quarter, when you needed a play, comes up with a huge play, and now you are 1 point away from tying this game. Or do we roll? And try to take the lead.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the fourth. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. They'll run it from the gun. Turning it on! Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. They'll give it to him again. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Johnson wants to throw it. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands. It'll be third and long. Motion from the wide receiver. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Safe completion on the screen. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. Kansas State really has this drive rolling. Off the play fake on first down to throw. They're working that left side. Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
If they tried the field goal from here, it would be 53 yards. They'd love to help the kicker out on third down. Got enough for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Kansas State has it with another first and 10. Red pass, it's complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Wants to go up top. Looking to the big tight end. Complete to the left. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal. And this offense is so close they can almost taste taking a fourth quarter lead, but they don't want to leave too much time on the clock for an answer. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Got it back on second and goal. Touchdown, Kansas State! They've got the lead here in the fourth.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead.
Extra point.
The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Makes the grab on the left. Shakes off the defender. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there. Lining up from the 34 on first down. Dropping back, it's Hoover. Here's a heat. Incomplete. He had it right in his hands for the pick, and I believe he might have been thinking about those big plays he's known for. Instead, it'll be second down. He picks up 4. That'll leave them with 3rd and 6.
He's brought down.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been
Big tight end makes the grab, first down, still on his feet. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. Tight end now in motion. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay of game. Offense.
Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Shoves back behind the chains. It's 1st and 15. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Got his man downfield. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. They say success rate can be picking up about 4 or so on first down, 1st and 10. Just does not like to be tackled, discarding guys and getting to the 21.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on 2nd down. 2nd and 10, really hard. 3rd and 10, really hard. Now you're in a manageable situation. It really gives you the whole playbook.
Hand off from the gun. Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Just listen to the little apple. You can hear it all the way to the big apple as they try to get the defense off the field. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. And guys, if they can somehow, some way find their way into the end zone, we'll have a tie game in the 4th. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this.
Touchdown, Horned Frogs! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And it's decision time now because you score the touchdown, you're down 1 late. Do you want to just kick an extra point and tie it up, hope for overtime? Or do you go for 2? Do you get aggressive? Do you trust your quarterback if he has to throw it here to find an open player? The lead, even though there is still going to be some time left on the clock.
They just need the extra point to deadlock this game. And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the 4th. We've got a dandy going here, all tied up in the 4th quarter and about to kick it away. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. On the move at the 30. There he goes. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field. The Wildcats, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Finds his man. It's Bradley. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Johnson looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Just goes right through the wicket and brings up third down. Man, he will be thinking about that one. Looks as if we have an injury on that play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Kick the field goal from here. It's a 51-yarder. Get a few on third down, and life is much better. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play.
Plays like that are the type of plays that win you games. Bottom line, here we are, it's late. It's a close game. It's a huge third down, and somebody's got to step up and make a play.
Punt is on its way. Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. Looking to throw on first down. Showing the arm straight down the left side. He's got it for a big play. They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock. That last big play, one that can really jumpstart a drive. It's 1st and 10 from the 47. Looking downfield on first down. Going back to the well, another deep ball. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock. So now it's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Pressure coming. He's not afraid to go deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. 4 quarters, not enough to settle this one. We're headed to overtime.
And these teams have played so well, back and forth, evenly contested game. How about a little free football, Jesse?
Yeah, I love this, David. Free football and finding out which of these 2 teams is the most mature, who can settle down now with the game on the line and make the big play.
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and 2-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
We'll get it started here in overtime. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Stop is made almost immediately. Give him 1 to the 23. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Gonna run it. It's Edwards. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Staring at a 3rd and long here in this first overtime possession. Trying play action. Rushes on him. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And the defense sets the tone right off the jump. Great job executing. This is exactly why you want to play defense first and not giving up yards, forcing a long field goal.
Oh, and the attempt is no good. Now all of the pressure switches to their defense. They've got to get a stop. Nothing to work with as they try to force another round of OT. Defense has its back against the wall as they try to extend this game and force another overtime. Dropping back, it's Hoover. Quarterback on the move, still looking. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35. The Horned Frogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Wants to fire on second down. Fires deep toward the end zone. He got it in. A walk-off touchdown in overtime. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different, bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.